Hey y'all, happy Friday. Gonna do something different today. I took off nails last night and we're gonna put on some new nails today. I thought for about 15 minutes that I would just polish my nails and leave them natural for a little while and put a coat of polish on, and it looked like garbage. I just didn't like the way it looked. Don't like the color. I don't know. Just didn't like it. So I decided, forget it. We're just going to put on a new set of nails. So I took off the polish, and you're going to see this, y'all. It looks horrible. It's got all kinds of different nail color on it. These are the pack of tea towels from Walmart that are just thin, almost like the old-timey cloth diapers, if you know what I'm talking about. They've got a good texture to them, and they don't have lint. I use these to take off polish with, and after I remove nails, I use it to take off glue, any remaining glue. But so it's not real pretty. It's well stained, but I like it. I like the way they take off polish. I like the way they take off glue. So I have taken off the polish that I put on this morning because it was just so ugly. I just couldn't make myself like it. I am now prepping the nails and cuticles. It's one of the most important things you got to do is push the cuticle back. And y'all, when you go into a salon and they use a drill, look at the little tip they've got on there that looks like really coarse grit sandpaper. That's not necessary for prepping your nail. This is a glass cuticle pusher. You see how fine it's frosted? You see how fine that is? That is usually all the prep you need. I mean, it works for me. That's what I prep my nails with. I push the cuticles back. I can use it to remove cuticle because it's kind of like you just sand around it, like, I don't know how to describe that. But anyway, so I use pure acetone to take off the polish, right? That way I'm not leaving any kind of oil or anything on it. Then I get on here, I prep the nail, push back the cuticles. This also will remove any polish around my cuticle that I might have missed with the towel when I took the polish off. I'll do another swipe of the acetone. Now, what you also can do, I don't do it because I tend to have an allergic reaction. You can use a nail dehydrator or nail primer. They're all over Amazon and Temu and AliExpress, and all those people sell nail dehydrators and nail primers. Pretty much any of the companies that have a dip nail system or an acrylic nail system sell a dehydrator or primer. You can do that. I don't, because I learned when I was in school, the product line that we use, one of the best ones I've ever used, very high quality, well tested and all that stuff. I developed a reaction to the dehydrator and primer, so I don't use it. I just make sure I push the cuticles back really good, clean up around the edges really good, and then do another swipe of acetone before I put nails on, and they stay a good solid week. The ones I took off yesterday, I took them off more out of boredom and just I had kind of a frustrating day, and I was antsy and irritable and all that, and I was reading and took my nails off while I was reading. No, I didn't even soak them off. I didn't do any of that. I just peeled them off, but I survived it. So the prep is such an important step. You have to remove any polish you have. Do not be tempted after you use the acetone, because your fingers are going to feel dry, your nails are going to feel dry. Do not be tempted to put on any kind of oil or lotion, because guess what? Your nail's going to absorb that, and it's going to be stuck around your cuticles, and you're not going to be able to see it. And then when you put your nail on, that glue is not going to bond like it should. Just telling you. I went ahead and filed them down last night after I took the nails off because I like them really short under a set of nails. I did struggle a bit choosing nails because I've got some really cute Halloween ones, y'all. They're glow in the dark with little cats on them. Very cute. Very, very cute. I didn't want to put those on yet. And then I had some, what other ones did I have? I have some fall ones that are just kind of like fall colors, some flowers, but I didn't want to do that yet because I'm not quite there. And I'll wear those more in November. So I'm a very pink girl in October because I'm all about breast cancer awareness and stuff like that. And pink is my favorite color and all. So I decided to put on some pink ones. And they're a little bit out of my wheelhouse. But they'll be fun. So I'm going to put them on. And we're gonna wear them. We're going to wear them for a good time. How about that? And they are, let me look at the box. Yeah, they are from Temu. I think I've got an order of nails coming in. No, I don't. Wait, let me think. No, I have stickers getting delivered today. I think I have stickers getting delivered today. Y'all, I don't know what I've got getting delivered today. It might be nails. I don't know, because I know I tried to get some more fall type to get me through to December, you know. And I'm hoping, I've got the 2 bottles of glue here. I'm hoping between the 2, I've got enough glue to get this full set on one. Otherwise, I'll be heading to the Dollar Tree with half a set of nails on to buy more glue. So, we've done this. Gonna do another swipe of acetone across them. This little bottle came from Dollar Tree. I like these. And I refill it with the big bottle of Onyx acetone from Walmart. Onyx is one of the better nail product brands that I've used. My absolute favorite is anything Tammy Taylor, but it's kind of pricey, and it's what I use working in the salon. It's what I use in school. And if I were sculpting nails, I would use that. But since I'm not doing sculpts anymore, which that was my favorite. I loved doing that, y'all. That was fun. Because you could take nails as short as mine and put a tip on and then acrylic over it, or sculpt the entire thing using a foil form. Y'all, that was fun. Okay. This looks like one of those sets that I kind of laughed about, that I said looked like they swept the factory floor. I don't feel the numbers on the bottom for the sizes, so we're just going to have to wing it. Not wide enough. And I'm learning that lots of times I don't put a large enough nail on. If it's too large and it's touching your cuticles, that doesn't work. If it's not large enough and you have part of your nail hanging out, that doesn't really work either. Like that, it's not a good fit. You want to cover the nail. So that's not a good fit at all. And that probably won't fit any of my fingers. Let's see. That's a good fit for the pinky. So I'm going to try to look for the other one that size and get it out. Let me just get all of these out of here and look at them. Ooh, that's a cute little nail. And it's a good fit. Anyway, so these are fun. It's all kinds of things here. And I used to obsess about having the same nail on each hand, being the same, you know. Does that make sense? I don't anymore now. If it's a design and it fits, I just put it on, and wherever that design falls on the other hand is where it falls. Those are too small. That's probably a good fit. This is the other teeny tiny pink one. These are too small, I know that. This is the other lavender one. I think I figured out they fit well. Okay, so I can use these for the pinkies if I want to, but I also like this one. It's a little bit wider. I don't think it's too wide. Maybe I'll go with that because I like it. It's fun. We'll put these over here. I feel like for my thumbs, I need to go with these. They might be a tiny, I don't think they're too wide. So we'll use those for thumbs. Let's go pinkies, thumbs, thumbs. These will be fun, y'all. Then we need the index finger, which tends for me to be a little smaller than my middle finger, but not as small as my ring finger. This looks like a ring finger fit. Yeah, so we'll put that there. Yep, I don't have any natural nail hanging out. Put that there. Middle fingers. I don't like seeing that piece of nail right there, so let's try this one. Still see a little bit of nail. Don't like that. That one, I don't see any nail. So let's try this one. Well, I could turn it right side up, right? I could do it in the right direction. Okay. And then index fingers are going to end up being this one. And y'all, that's how I size them. If they're a little wide, you can always take a file and take them down a little bit. I don't usually end up doing that just because, yeah, I just don't. And what this means is I'm going to take this box. I usually label them after I've put a set on out of a box because those sizes are not going to be the best fit. I've already pulled out the best fit, right? I usually label them as used, and I've got a little project to do where I'm going to go through all of my used ones and see which ones I can mix and match together, and even may take down the sides a little bit on some of them so that I can use them. Well, okay, there we go. Let me go ahead and label that one used. Used. This is one of the things that I think I'm most upset about the local warehouse junk with Temu is that, like, you can get a $2 pack of nails, but then you pay $2.99 for shipping. And that's not cool, y'all. I don't like that. Not at all. That's not my favorite. I don't like to do that. So when I do get them, I tend to get like the pack of 96. So it's like 4 sets of nails. Is that right? No. Yeah. It's not 4 sets of nails. It is. I'm sorry about 4 sets of nails. It actually is 4 sets of nails. Whoops. Tend to put the glue on the nail. And then slide the nail up to the cuticle. Oh, these are cute. I thought they were kind of weird at first because it's not quite my normal style, but they're fun. I do think, and I need to check with, oh, look at that. I glued my finger together. I do need to check with my friend MJ, who does a lot of the nails, because I find that the colors on these will chip off at the tips and stuff, and that's not fun. Look, I'm gluing myself to everything. That's not fun. I'm thinking about getting a clear acrylic to put on over these. This glue might be just about done. I'm thinking about getting a clear acrylic, but I do not want a UV. I want one that self-hardens. I do not want to use the light. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I usually count to 30. And that one looks a little crooked. We're gonna leave it. I might take it off later and redo it, but I'd like to put a coat of clear, because I find, oh, I'm rambling, lots of coffee this morning. Clear polish over them will kind of peel off. But I want to put something on there to protect the design, because when you work with a lot of paper, you'll realize that the color at the tips wears off. Let's see. Let's see if this one's better. Oh yeah, this one's better. Because y'all, I can't squeeze. These little bottles are hard. This is still, y'all, the first 2 bottles of this glue that I bought at Dollar Tree, I'm still using. I have no idea how many sets of nails I've put on with these 2 bottles. But it's the Ioni Pink Stuck On You Nail Glue Ultra Hold. And these nails stay on about 10 days or so, something like that. They stay on a good long time. And I hardly ever have any pop off. I know that I put on a set one day and then went swimming that night, and a couple of those came off, but I think it's just because I was in the water so much that my natural nail absorbed water under them and kind of popped them up, if that makes sense. But it wasn't just me. I had put a set on Jamie too, and by the time we got home from that swimming party, we had no nails. We had no nails. What was left we peeled off, and just it was a day. It was a night. But we thought we were going to be cute and go to the pool party with our fresh nails on, and it was a bad idea. Bad idea there. Bad idea. Golly. Yeah, I think I want to start doing a layer of a clear acrylic over the tops of these, because I can see right here at the tip, you can see the white under the pink, and I don't want that. I get a little glue on them usually on top, and the acrylic would help cover that too. Y'all got glue on my fingers. I don't care. I don't care. I will use a file and buff that off of my skin. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Life is too short, and I'm learning that I worry about stuff that I do not need to worry about. I don't worry about other people like I used to. I don't worry about what people think like I used to. I'd say I don't care. I do care. I care about a lot of things, but I don't care about things that if it doesn't directly affect me and the people I care about, then yeah, I don't care anymore. Whoops, wrong finger. People are going to think what they want to think. People are going to do what they want to do. The world is not perfect. We are not perfect. How boring would it be if we were all perfect? We wouldn't have anything to laugh about, right? And I'm not talking about making fun of other people. I'm talking about laughing at myself. Look, it matches the ink on my finger. I've been doing my journals and planners, and so I've got purple and pink ink on my finger, and that nail matches it perfectly. How awesome is that? Took all my rings off because I'm having some allergy junk going on, and the histamines make me swell up. And yeah, I take prescription allergy meds, and last night I took Benadryl before I went to bed, but it still happens. And so when I woke up this morning, I took them off because I was afraid if I waited long, if I didn't go ahead and get them off, I might not be able to get them off. And that's always a scary thing, because I don't like, I've had to have jewelry cut off before, and I don't want to do that with any of my pieces. Okay, I'm getting it done. I wonder what color polish that was originally. Like, I'm looking at the stain. It could have been a red, it could have been a purple, it even could have been a black with that purple undertone. That's what's funny about the nail polish. As you remove it and like through washing this, you can see the different undertones of the colors. It's kind of fun. Now these are going to go on today. I mark it on in my tracker, and I know that's maybe weird to some people, but I like to see how long they last. Seven to 10 days usually. Now there is a semi-solid glue in a tube on Amazon that some people use. I have not tried it. It says they last 3 weeks. I would get tired of them before that. That's my problem. I get bored wearing the same thing for too long. I get bored. Imagine that. I get bored. Okay, these lip balls are so hard to squeeze. Come on, glue. Come on, glue. Come on, glue. Come on. Trying to get the glue out. Trying to get the glue out. Get it over to the edge. Golly, y'all, I make a mess sometimes. Anyway, so we're putting on the first set of nails, and they're kind of cute. These are the ones that I made fun of because I thought it looks like they swept the factory floor, because like the lavender is the same on all of them, but the pink on the ring finger and the pink on the tip of the index finger are not the same kind of pink. But then if you look at this, the checks on that one and on the pinky are this kind of pink. It's weird. I don't care. It's not going to end my life or change the future if my nails aren't the exact same matching pink. So I put off wearing these because I thought they were weird. I don't care anymore. They're fun. I like that they're not real thick, because that way they don't feel heavy on your hands. I'm sure you've had some that felt heavy. I know that sounds like a weird thing, but Jamie ordered a big kit from either Amazon or TikTok shop. I can't remember where she got them from. And it was weird because it was like 100 and something nails, all the same color that came in. I thought, you know what, you can get tired of that. So I brought some home, put some on her, brought some home with me. We'll wear them eventually, but it's going to take a long time to wear that many of the exact same color. They're kind of a cat's eye, like a red plum cat's eye, if you know what I'm talking about. It's not a purple. Call it a red plum. And you'll see them eventually. I may do those next. And then for the last week or two of October, do the little glow-in-the-dark cats. I found those on clearance at Walmart. And at the same time, I found some Santa ones on clearance. And that's the thing. Hit that clearance aisle at Walmart. They almost always have some nails on there. I'm not picky about the brand, because like I said, if it's a brand that tends to not have your size, unless they're too small. If they're too small, you just can't use them. I don't buy anything less than a 24 pack though, because like Dollar Tree sells, a lot of theirs are just 12 packs. Well, what are the odds of them fitting you? You got to have 10 nails. What are the odds that 10 of the 12 are going to fit, right? And if you need to replace one, what are the odds that those two you have left are going to be the size you need? I do need to go get some more glue, either this weekend or this week, because I can tell this is getting hard to put the cap back on all the way. But there we go. I will use a file. That looks like glitter or ink on me. Anyway, these are fun, y'all. These are fun. These are fun. I'll get a fine grit file and buff off the glue on my fingers. This one looks like it might have, I might not have gotten glue out as far as I need to. I don't know, it feels pretty good. I like them. These are fun. Now I'll take a really fine grit file and hit the edges, because they always have, even if they're not still on that little stem, they have that little rough spot from where they were attached to the stem while they were being created. I'll take that off. I'll buff off any glue on my hands. I won't use any kind of lotion or oil for a little while, because I don't want it to break down the glue. That one looks like I could have put a little more glue on it, but we're not going to worry about it right now. We're just going to go with this. There you go. Temu Nails. The best glue I've ever used so far. Do you put a clear coat over your press-ons, or do you use a clear acrylic over them, or what? I'm just trying to find out what I can do to keep the art lasting longer, because I find that these little edges wear down, and it's not pretty anymore. I like them to be pretty. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a great Friday. Go do something nice for yourself and be nice to somebody else, because you never know what they're going through, and they might be nice back to you. Y'all have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.